Imagine waking up to find your investment has soared by nearly 50% in just one day. Well, that's exactly what happened for thousands of investors who put their faith in Meesho, India's e-commerce giant, when its shares hit the stock market today. The digital world is buzzing, and search engines are absolutely flooded with queries like Meesho share price and Meesho IPO. This isn't just another listing, it's a full-blown financial spectacle, a real testament to the surging confidence in India's digital economy. From the moment the bell rang, Meesho's stock absolutely took off, delivering a stunning 45 to 46% gain over its issue price. Financial newsrooms are running live blogs, tracking every single tick of the stock, totally amplifying the excitement and pulling in a massive wave of retail interest. But what exactly fueled this explosive debut? And what does it mean for the future of tech companies in India? The story of Meesho's IPO is a total masterclass in market demand, investor sentiment, and the power of a really compelling growth narrative. So, how did Meesho get to its huge stock market debut today? Well, it all started with their IPO. That's an initial public offering, which really got everyone talking across the country. Meesho, which you might know as that big Indian e-commerce and social commerce platform, put its shares up for grabs at 111 rupees each. We're talking about an IPO worth a massive 5,421.2 crore rupees, roughly. Now, this huge offering wasn't just small change. It actually included a fresh issue of shares worth up to 4,250 crore rupees. That money was specifically designed to pump a lot of cash straight into the company itself. Plus, there was also a part where existing shareholders sold some of their shares. But what really showed how excited the market was, it wasn't just the sheer size of the IPO, it was the asterisk demand for those shares. I mean, get this, the IPO was subscribed a mind-blowing 79 times over. That's a super clear sign of just how confident investors were in Meesho. The big institutional buyers, the huge corporate players, they went absolutely wild, subscribing for almost 120 times what was set aside for them. And the non-institutional investors, basically the super rich folks and other big individual investors, they weren't far behind at all, coming in at 38 times. Even you and me, the everyday retail investors, we piled in too. Our segment was oversubscribed by a solid 18 to 19 times. This absolutely insane demand totally set the stage for what everyone pretty much predicted would be an absolutely stellar market debut for Meesho. Today, that prediction didn't just come true, it exploded into reality. When Meesho's shares finally hit the national and Bombay stock exchanges, the market immediately buzzed with excitement. The stock opened at an incredible 161 rupees to 162 rupees and 50 paise per share. That's a massive jump from its initial 111 rupees issue price. This meant an instant gain of roughly 45 to 46% for anyone lucky enough to snag some shares in the IPO. For instance, we saw listings at 161 rupees and 20 paise, marking a 45.23% gain, while others even hit 162 rupees and 50 paise, a whopping 46.40% jump. The financial world was glued to their screens as the stock didn't just hold its own, but in some cases, it climbed even higher post-listing, truly cementing its status as a blockbuster market debut. This immediate surge totally backed up all the pre-listing chatter. Traders had been keeping a close eye on everything from gray market premiums to subscription numbers, and all signs were pointing to a super strong opening. The numbers didn't just meet expectations here, they absolutely smashed them, sending positive ripples right across the entire market. For the thousands of regular folks and even the big-shot investors who managed to snag some shares, Meesho's listing, it was an absolute triumph. They saw some serious gains right away, cashing in on a quick profit of, get this, around 45 to 46%. Now, this success story really proves that investing in a company like Meesho was a smart move. I mean, sure, it's still in its growth phase and not quite profitable yet, but it's got massive potential in India's booming e-commerce world. And naturally, this stellar performance has totally kicked off a massive wave of fear of missing out, FOMO, among other retail investors. A lot of people are now scrambling, frantically typing Meesho share price today live into their browsers, trying to figure out if they should jump in asterisk now after the listing, or maybe hold out for a potential dip. But beyond just individual portfolios, this IPO is a huge shot in the arm for India's primary markets. I mean, a tech IPO worth over 5,400 crore rupees, which was oversubscribed nearly 79 times and then listed with that kind of strength? That sends a asterisk powerful message. It really signals that investors are hungry again for internet and e-commerce names, potentially opening the public market window wide open for a whole bunch of other venture-backed startups all across the country. So, for Meesho itself, this successful debut is a huge deal. That 4,250 crore rupees they just raised? That's a total game changer. It seriously beefs up their balance sheet. This massive war chest, means they can go all in on aggressive growth, supercharge their marketing, and basically fast-track their way to being profitable. And a strong showing in the public market? That really puts Meesho on the map. It boosts their brand not just with big investors, but also with everyday customers and their suppliers, making them look even more legit. Plus, it hands management some super valuable market currency, basically, highly valued stock. They can totally use that to snap up other companies down the road or offer some sweet employee stock options. But zoom out a bit, and Meesho's listing is actually a huge test case. It shows us how much the Indian market is willing to bet on those high growth, but still losing money, digital platforms. This crazy demand and strong pricing could totally set new standards for how these kinds of companies are valued. It might even influence how regulators think about new tech companies going public. So, this isn't just one company hitting it big, it's a strong signal that India's digital economy is really growing up, pulling in a ton of money, and basically setting the stage for the next big wave of innovation.